Thanks for joining me on Sunday, the last day of November 2025, just after it finished at Villa Park. Villa 1, Wolves 0. Same old results, but a completely different performance. But it's no consolation, or little consolation, because it's points that we need. And we're now on 8 points adrift of the next team above us. And instead of 26 games left and 79 points to play for, there's now just 76 points. 76 points. Yeah, 76 points to play for. And it was a very promising performance, but the first thing I mentioned is that the starting 11 from the Crystal Palace game last week at Molineux, there were 3 changes. Krejci was out with a knee injury. Monetzi was out and shuffled the pack, and Tolu was on the bench with Monetzi. Mosquera came in. Bellegarde started, and John Arias started. And thing is that we've got to note that although we still bottom and we cut adrift, all the players in our starting 11 were or are international players. So we shouldn't be pushovers against anyone. But I suppose now it's a matter of confidence, because everything's habit in football at this level. Winning's a habit, losing's a habit. So it's confidence. A lot of it's psychology, because the players have got the ability, and it's just harnessing it. And you can see that Rob Edwards, early days, yet only 2 games in, but he has made a difference. The players, they just look different. The feel was different. The next game is on Wednesday night, home to Forest. We now got 2 home games in a row, home to Forest and home to Man United. Forest, after their 3-0 win at Liverpool last week, I believe they got beat 2-0 at home to Brighton today. So we don't need to fear them. And even West Ham, they lost at home today. But Nuno, he has made a difference there. But he lost his first 3 games before he started turning it around. So even though at the bottom, terrible run, it's not all hope is not gone. So there's a little bit of hope. The first couple of minutes today, we looked like a really nervous wreck of a team, because Totti did a clearance, and whoever got the ball after that, they didn't clear it properly, and we gave away a corner in the first 2 minutes and a free kick, and they hit the bar after the first couple of minutes, and we were on the back foot, but we hung in there and we started playing a bit more confidently. And after 15 minutes, we were a bit unfortunate. Chachua, he kept using his pace today, which is what we need to see. He got away down the wing, he crossed it in, and Larson, the ball was kind of behind him, and he shot it in. But John Arias, probably quite rightly, was deemed offside, so the goal didn't stand. And because you could say that goalkeeper probably would have saved it if he wasn't in that position. But again, the best chances in the first half were clearly to us. Because Villa, I don't think you could blame it on the fact that they played in Europe on Thursday night and they're tired, because they've been doing this all season and they haven't been doing too bad. But after 45 minutes, there was a cross again. I think it was Chachua again, or could have been Arias. But Larson beat Konza to the ball, and Martinez made a pretty useful parry. And in injury time in the first half, from a corner by Andre, there was a good leaping header by Mosquera, and Martinez, who was arguably Villa's man of the match today. He touched the ball onto the bar, and it went in at half time and 0-0. But we didn't make any substitutions straight away. But Bellegarde, who had a useful game after 51, he broke. He beat Cash wide on the left, and he's put the ball seemingly on a plate for Larson to tap it in, but Pau Torres just pipped him to it and cleared it away. Then Yeah, Watkins came on. I thought it was going to be him that scored it, but no, it wasn't. Bellegarde had a good shot. Martinez beat it out, but as it turned out, that wouldn't have counted because Mosquera was offside. And it was a bit of a sickness. 66 minutes when they went 1-0 up. When it was Kamara, he had a shot on the edge of the area, unmarked, picked his spot. Disappointing that a player like that, team like that, Villa, playing in Europe, we gave a player unmarked on the edge of an area to pick his spot. Goalie had no chance. Great strike, but somebody should have been on him. João Gomez, a few seconds earlier down the pitch, somebody stepped on his foot, and he was on the ground, or just getting up to the end of the pitch. João Gomez spent a lot of time on the ground, even in injury time when we needed to take the free kick quickly. Johnson, he was down. Can't feel what he felt, but he was down a lot, and not good to see. Mane and Hugo Bueno came on. Mosquera, Wolf came off. But the substitutions, it was a bit late for them. They didn't really have a chance to do anything. Tolu came on for Arias as well. João Gomez had a shot in injury time, snapshot, again parried by Martinez. Mane had a shot that possibly could have been headed in, but it was deflected by Chirewa. We did our best against one of the form teams in the country, but yeah, we lost 1-0 against Villa. No disgrace, local derby. The cliche was true. The form went out the window for the local derby, but we've got to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and go again for the home game on Wednesday night against Forest. I should be there, but it finished 1-0. We're down, but you can see early days, you can see the difference that Rob Edwards is making. If we keep playing like that, we won't go down with a whimper what it looked like previously. So it's not all doom and gloom. Whatever happens, we'll keep supporting the Wolves. But let me know what you think of the Wolves' performance. But thanks for joining me. Bye.